Hello, everybody.
Okay.
Welcome to Hamster Hobbying
With a hop and a skip.
with the,
He's one cool Kong.
with the grace you've come to know and love. Thank you for being here. We're back at home because I'm a sick hamster. Thankfully, it's not COVID, but we're doing it old school.
Yeah, and I'm here.
And you're here. That's good news.
I need to say that.
That's good news.
Last week, but I don't want to be too. That sounded really like self-centered. Like, oh,
No.
I was nothing without Toby. It's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
name.
You won't be wrong.
Nobody bothered showing up because everybody like tuned in. They're like, "Oh, Toby's not here." Never mind. Thank you for the sub, Brian and Travis.
Nice, thank you.
Why isn't my video working on Twitch?
On what?
What do you mean?
Oh, there we go. I wanted to see the chat, so if anything says, anyone says.
Oh yeah, Dunk's in the window.
Oh, look at that little fur ball.
Yeah.
Dunk's there, and come over here.
Dunk, you
Oh,
could be the
you-
star if you weren't
Yeah,
camera
you're-
shy.
So long.
It's not camera shy. That cat is the chillest cat I've ever seen.
That's true.
Use coconut gun. What is this on the camera?
Verdicts, which part?
I think the sculpt you're painting.
This here. This is a lump o' plastic. No, this is a, the gray thing. Yes, of course. This is a little bear mount with bark armor and his little goblin-like companion.
I like how from the top it just looks like a oval rock.
Yeah, from this here, it just looks like a big old lump. But this is from Gloomhaven. Yeah, an epic duo, exactly. Big Bear. What do you guys got going on?
So this is my first time painting at the new apartment.
Oh, nice.
So I don't quite have everything set up the way that I would want. I grabbed some of the stuff last time I was on the hang like 2 weeks ago. I didn't finish doing the trolls or the Yuan-Ti or this dragon. So I brought some of my paints back, and I'm gonna do what I can on these, I guess. I also grabbed a bunch of tabaxi that I wouldn't mind painting that don't have any paint on them yet. So I'm just gonna kind of plug away at what seems fun at the moment, basically.
Sweet.
And today I'm doing something different. I'm going to take a break from the house again. I decided to ask Tyler, if, like you guys, because you like paint things for the game sometimes. I decided, hey, wouldn't it be fun if I sculpted something for the game?
Oh no.
So he quote unquote commissioned me to do something. So
Hey, there you go.
What is he paying?
exposure.
Oh!
Nice.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Well, I'm a little worried. I'm gonna try not to look at it, I guess, so I won't be surprised.
Yeah,
Although
I don't know what how much of it is a surprise or whatever, but oh no, what happened? The bear's back. Yeah, so I don't know how much of it is a surprise, but either way, it's not that complicated, but it seems like a little fun project.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Excited to learn what it is.
So far, it's
Another lump. This is the stream of lumps today.
oh, I might know what you're making.
I think you know what I'm making, probably.
Huh.
And there's something that goes on top.
Fascinating.
Yes.
He's one cool Kong. All right. How's everybody doing today? That includes both you guys and people watching.
Oh, I am on Cool Kong.
I'm doing all right.
I mean, outside of being sick and all that.
I'm just happy I'm on the upswing. When I started getting the aches, I was like, all right, if tomorrow's better, I'm probably like gonna be fine by the end of the week. If it's worse after a really bad day, I'm in for a ride. Thankfully, I'm getting better.
Okay, that's good. So listen up, dudes. I might not be able to actually do much work on these guys without all the paints I have. The office, I think I might have not grabbed any of the ones I actually need to finish them. Start something new.
That was me staring at what I have up here as opposed to the basement. Well, not exactly the same, because I could possibly get those, but...
Yeah, give me an hour to run to the office and grab stuff, and then an hour to get back, and then I'll join you for the rest of the stream.
Hey, last week solo, I went an extra hour and a half, so you might have had time.
You really did. You just, like, you kept going.
Wait, how long? You went for an extra hour and a half?
I was sitting there staring at that miniature, so I said, why turn off the camera, you know? Hey,
Yeah,
Gilded, thanks.
Hello, Gilded Poison.
And that was mostly one singular blade for most of that time.
Yeah, well, non-metallic metal, it just seems like so much work.
Well, I feel like you just got to practice it, and then, you know, like I could probably do it faster next time, but I was just going back and forth and adjusting and painting over everything a million times and trying it, like, differently. I was basically redoing it a bunch of times.
Non-metallic metal sounds like it's like some like physics like thing, like a non-Newtonian fluid or something like that. It's like non-metallic metal.
Non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. I heard it. I think it's like, I can't give you an answer because I don't know physics enough. But like, there's a bunch of like those things. I don't know.
We have some smart people in chat. What is that?
I don't know what anything is. I'm dumb. And I'm here because I like to just poke things play with dentist tools, okay?
That's the spirit. Google knows, Verdict says. It's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
I'm going to look it up because I'm kind of responsible for this.
That is true. Stuff in there. Hamster, I can't remember. Did I get you watching Ted Lasso?
Yes, you did, and it's my favorite show of all time. I've watched the first season 3 times. And I've watched the rest of it as well.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you were caught up.
Oh yes.
How do you feel about what they're doing this season?
Okay.
Some of it, I felt like some of like the Ted Lasso-y jokes were a little more natural previously. Some of them are just kind of forced now. I wonder if the arc with Nate is a little forced with like his attitude.
Hey.
But I'm rolling with it so far. I'm want to, you know, I'm giving him a chance to wrap it up. But if it kind of feels like one of those situations where they're like, "Oh god, we have a 3rd season. Okay, we need to like think of stuff to do."
Look who's here.
And I'm still enjoying it, but hey, a Dunk's in the house.
Hey, look at Dunk. Apparently ketchup? I imagine cornstarch might be as well. Wait.
Basically, I looked it up. It's basically a fluid that the viscosity changes like when something is applied to it. Like ketchup gets runnier if it's shaken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is that non-Newtonian?
I don't know. But that's what that is. I just heard it before and I thought it was more complicated than it sounded. I
Yeah,
wanted to be like,
non-Newtonian makes me think that it's gonna be like breaking the laws of physics.
yeah, that's why I even brought it up. It's just, it's just ketchup.
It's just ketchup.
Basically, you were just making ketchup less.
All right.
So I guess is paint non-Newtonian then?
The viscosity
What
does
if-
change.
But I guess,
Commerce wants.
I don't know, I feel like it's kind of cheating since it's not just a liquid. It's a mix of liquid and something else, obviously. Like ketchup is like, your
It's tomatoes and water.
tomatoes and water. Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. Then you blend it up.
Starch, that paint would be like mixing different.
Paint would be like paint and ketchup.
Yeah. Hamster, no one needs to have an extra. Next, I'll have it. We need to paint the entire menu with just condiments.
Hey, there you go.
Still want us to do that that video where you paint with a paintball gun. We just set a mini up on a stand like downrange, and have you plug at it with a paintball gun.
See how much of the mini is left. Commerce, this is a mountain rider from Gloomhaven. I forget what the heck the thing is called. I got it right here. I'm taking the box art for inspiration. The Vermling Beast Tyrant. So he can kind of like tame beasts.
Cool. Beast tyrant.
Wait, when you smack cornstarch in water, it turns solid? Wait, how do you smack something that's not solid?
You can smack water.
You can smack water. You never splash?
I guess you're right.
I want to just replace words a splash with water smack. Like there's water smack mountain.
Water Smack Mountain.
What else is there?
Water
Can't think
Smack
any-
Mountain should be a biome that we make.
Absolutely.
I did not bring my metallics. That was a bad idea.
Guess you're practicing non-metallics. Practicing ketchup.
No. No. I need to set up my painting stuff in the new apartment. So I can start doing,
Same.
so I can start doing Hellscape again.
Half my stuff is still in the boxes I moved it in.
I got like 90% of things out of boxes, and then there's a few things like a box of wires and a box of unconstructed something. Where it's like, fuck. The hell, it stays in the box.
I'm gonna make this guy a Garfield.
Garfield.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this Tabaxi orange. He doesn't have any metals on him, so I'm gonna paint this guy because I don't have my metallics.
Hey,
Hey,
Finley!
how you doing?
Thanks for the sub.
19 months.
Hey,
Build
really?
Poison has so many Gloomhaven minis in their backlog.
Yeah, I'm painting the whole game. It's taken a long time.
Oh god. Oh, my leg's asleep.
Oh,
Oh.
More like Bear Tyrant? Yeah, when I was looking at the model and looking up the art, I kept wanting to call it Bear Tyrant, because of course, giant bear. What is that red paint you're using? It's a thin down contrast paint, Flesh Terror's red. And if you're wondering, yes, I did watch the Marco Frazzoni video today, where he used the same thing. Hey, Kent. I'm good, Finley. We're back at home because I'm a little sick, but I'm on the upswing, so...
Oh. Hey, Cantarell, how you doing? Hamster, you should see he just finished painting a custom painting a Burroughs set. Looks very good.
Kentra?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Are you okay?
The whole-
What just happened?
My leg fell asleep.
Oh, no. Wake it up.
I'm trying.
Can we get some leg caffeine in the chat?
That's not a thing. That's not a.
Hey, thanks for all the gift subs.
Monka.
Look at that action.
Hey, you did a sub to Michelle.
Nice. Yeah, we're real Twitch streamers now. We're saying emotes out loud.
Hog you.
Hey, Overboard.
Overboard DM, how you doing? What do you got? I was here. Did you ever answer what the red paint was? You answered it. Yep.
Yeah.
We got a hype. We're at a level 3 hype train on a hobby hang.
That is pretty nuts.
That doesn't happen.
I understand none of what is going on, but I am happy for you all. What is a hype train?
So when there's a bunch of different instances of people cheering bits or subbing, it activates a hype train that gives people access to emotes that they usually don't have access to.
Like
basically.
The donkey emote?
Like what?
Like the donkey emote?
Don't they always have that one?
No, that's only in the Discord and our Slack.
Oh.
We do need to put it in the.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why they normally don't have access to it, because it doesn't exist.
No, it's like general emotes that aren't tied to the channel, which I have mixed feelings about.
That's silly.
Yeah. I don't think it does anything else. I'm pretty sure that's all it does. Is it gives them access to emotes, and it's just a nice like little show of support situation.
I see.
Lady Sabella is paying forward the gift they got from Topulus to the community. What? That's a thing? They do that now? Wait. What? Okay, so people are just like chaining a sub basically. Vertex gave one to Topulus, and Topulus gave one to Michelle. Now Michelle gave one to Kmart Special, which is a great name, by the way.
Kmart Special?
Kmart Special.
I love it.
That's the blue light specials, right? They did the blue light specials.
What?
I think it's Kmart that did that. It was when things are on sale, they'd have like a blue light over whatever the like special deal was. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah, they're blue light specials. I only know this because when one of my brothers was born, he was very heavily jaundiced. So they had to put him under the Billy Rubin lights for a long time. In my family, which are the blue lights that I guess treat the jaundice with light. I don't know. I'm not educated. But because he was under the blue light the whole time, they called him their blue light special. I think it was Kmart. Yes, blue light. Nice. It was Kmart. I'm a genius. I did it.
I mean, that is our resident Kmart expert is Kmart Special right there.
Yeah. If someone gives subs when they were given a sub, it gives the paying forward message. Interesting. Huh. That's the thing is, I was like, is there like a special prompt that comes up? Because I hadn't seen that before. So I guess it's just context sensitive, which is interesting. Oh man, next week's gonna be big.
What's going on next week?
We're revealing the Kickstarter.
We are? I mean, yeah, we are.
How do you not know? All right.
I thought it was the 23rd or something. I don't know how it got.
No, because initially it was going to be timed with Gen Con, so we're doing it Tuesday. I feel like the people at the company should know.
Yeah,
you should really check on that.
No, information isn't really passed around that well, really, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should maybe do something about that.
yeah.
I'm sure it's on the calendar if I checked.
Yeah, fair.
If I checked.
Did either of you watch the Sony presentation today?
No, I didn't. I didn't realize there was one happening.
What did
Neither
E3
did I.
happen?
Oh, I did see someone mention something about God of War though, so that must have been in there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. From the bits of conversation I gleaned, it looks like they revealed a God of War. I think they showed some Horizon.
Ooh,
Maybe?
New Horizon.
They showed, or they said something about that Square Enix game. Apparently they showed 3 different Marvel games. I think Knights of the Old Republic they showed and revealed that it's going to be like a timed console exclusive.
Whoa, that's a classic.
But it'll still be going to PC. Some of us are just old enough to know it. When did they stop doing Blue Light specials? It's also September, so all subs, gift or otherwise, are 20% off. Oh, I didn't know that. Commerce Demon. I'm doing brush maintenance tonight, but it's made more exciting by the colorful lights from Hype Train occurring. Great work at doing poggers, Chris. Poggers! Knights of the Old Republic remake? I think so? I don't know. Like I said, like I just was like
Hey,
seeing it as secondhand information. What's up?
so if they're remaking some of these like Star Wars games, but I know that when they released Episode 7, a lot of this became uncanon. Or some of it became canon again, or are they just releasing uncanon games?
I think they're still going to be releasing things that are outside the film canon.
No, there's no, not the extended universe, but they just went back and they just like decanonized like almost the entire extended universe.
Right.
Episode 7.
I think they're basically I think they're still gonna make that stuff though, and they're just saying like, yeah, the film canon is its own thing and everything else.
So
It isn't
stupid.
canon, but
They wasted all that for 3 movies that don't even connect to each other.
I'm amazed that they decanonized things and it wasn't to go with the Timothy Zahn novels. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah. I remember reading those as a kid.
Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac. Oh, Spider-Man 2. I mean, I guess we knew that was going to be coming though. Wait, they're doing a Wolverine game? Huh.
It's not a remake of the old one, right? It's a brand new Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, it's a follow-up to Spider-Man PS4.
Oh. So we're not going to get the pizza theme.
No. I mean, they might. Well, the pizza theme was in Spider-Man PS4.
It was?
There is there's a pizza place. If you go up to the door, if you like stand up against the door, you can hear the pizza theme playing from inside the restaurant.
Amazing.
Yeah. Standalone Wolverine game tease. Spider-Man 2 tease has Venom. Huh. Okay. I'm not gonna watch them right now, but Marvel's really doubling down on making games lately. They've done the Avengers, which didn't go well. Spider-Man PS4 was really good, though. I did 100% that. I got the platinum, baby.
Nice. Yeah, I did hear great things about that.
It's good. I haven't played Miles Morales. I mean, I don't have a PS5, but I do want to play Miles Morales.
That's only on the 5?
I think it's only on the 5, and then like they've got the
Dang.
yeah.
I'll get a 5 eventually, and start making it a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
My friend got one, and I did not realize how enormous it is.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty dang big.
I still can't get over an image I saw that compared the PS5's design to Seto Kaiba.
Wait, how? I don't see it.
Look at a picture of the PS5. And then look at Seto Kaiba's coat.
Oh, his coat. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant his head, his face.
No.
I was like, my favorite image still is back when the PS3 was announced. People were all comparing it to a grill.
It's on the 4. It's on the 4 and 5? Oh.
But what was I going to say? Because of that, they released like barbecue sauce in Japan, like PS3 branded barbecue sauce.
Why?
Because everyone was saying it looks like a grill.
Huh.
That's a lot of money for a meme.
Release the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, that's. I was thinking of that too when he said that.
What an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
You weren't up there just jumping on the McDonald's counters, Chris? It seems like a thing you would do.
You think I would do that?
No.
Man, I haven't watched like the last 2 seasons of Rick and Morty.
Do you see that? I saw this thing. They're saying that they're making a live action one, but they got Doc Brown from Back to the Future to play Rick.
Oh, I saw something about that.
Christopher Lloyd to play
Yeah,
Rick. I don't.
Lloyd. Yeah,
Is he?
He's based on.
Yeah, but I feel like he's too old to do stuff like this anymore, right?
He looks the same age.
That's fair, but it is 30 or 40 years after. Wow, like 40 years actually, right? What year is it?
It's 2015 was 30 years after.
I think they did like a. I think they did like a commercial, right? Not like an actual show.
Yeah, I think it's like some promo thing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it now. It's all good. I don't know, I just like I watched the first 2 seasons on Hulu and then it didn't have Hulu and I didn't want to get like Adult Swim streaming service just to watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stopped watching. Everything going to streaming has made it very difficult to keep up on things.
I only watched the first 2 seasons, but I watched it mostly when I was like 10 and sick and my friend was just playing it. So there's some episodes where I just know the audio but didn't get to watch at all because I was too sick to look at the screen.
Yeah, there's too many services to keep up on now.
Yeah, no kidding. I think I have Netflix and I have Apple TV right now. I think
yeah, and I got Apple TV when I replaced my phone, so I don't even know if I would have gotten it without that. Another cat.
I think Apple TV has the best like consistent quality.
I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't sure like what they were gonna put out there, but they really went all in.
So far I have yet to like see a show on Apple TV that I didn't think was good, you know? Granted, I've watched like 4 shows, but I don't know. It seems like it's doing really well.
Yeah, I like Mythic Quest.
Like, Mythic Quest is probably my least favorite out of the 4.
Yeah, and then Morning Show. What's the 4th one you watched?
I started watching Mr. Corman.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Mr. Corman yet. I might... No, I think I do like it more than Mythic Quest. Mr. Corman's weird. I gotta let the season finish and see where they end up going with it. Before I really know how I feel. Like, it's doing a lot of things where I'm like, man, depending on like where you take it, it's gonna heavily affect how I feel about it.
Sure.
You need a service that automatically rotates through streaming services each month. So then you just spend that month catching up on what had been on the what they'd released over the last couple months.
Wait, yeah, that's like $1 million app idea. It just like cancels your sub and switches through a queue.
I imagine there's got to be people who every month like just pay for a different subscription service, right? Just pay for like once a year, just like pay for a month of a of Netflix and then watch everything you wanted to see on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think my family had a Disney Plus that we were like sharing, but then my dad canceled like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. But it still works for some reason.
With the way that I watch TV, like I got my Netflix account, and the way I watch things is I just won't watch anything for a very long time, and then I'll watch like crazy for like a week or two, and then I'll stop watching again for months. So like most of the time I've had Netflix, most months that I have paid for Netflix, I haven't watched anything that month. But then like some of the months it'll be like over Christmas, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Evangelion as well as like 2 other shows, and I watched all of that in like a week. So I really should have. I should just not pay for Netflix until I decide I want to watch something, and then pay for that month right there, and binge, and then like cancel before it renews again or something. Although I think they do a thing now where you have to commit to a certain length of time.
Oh, they're on to you.
Well, I imagine there probably were people who actually cared enough to do stuff like that. For me, it's just like it's so much effort to actually manage that, which is where subscription models like thrive, right?
Yeah, you forget about it.
Yeah. That's why gyms do like monthly fees and all that. So
And I've seen it too where like in order to cancel you have to call and like be on hold forever, and it's like, yeah. Who wants to do that?
Passive income's the name of the game, baby. How much can they get you to pay without them having to do anything?
Yep.
Ted Lasso's Apple? Yeah, it is. Let's see. Services, I got Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus. Wow. The app would be security held locked down because they'd need access to... Yeah. No, it would be. It'd absolutely be... It'd be awful. Netflix is A+ tier for killing time. That and YouTube Plus are my favorite for that reason. Yeah. Netflix is the easiest to binge. What was that?
I have most of those, but all I ever end up watching on TV is just like, or just streaming service. Everyone like streaming stuff is like anime these days. So
I can't believe Paramount has a streaming service.
It's so weird.
What do you get on Paramount? Like, I know, like, probably just like a bunch of movies, but like off the top of my head, what massive properties do they advertise Paramount with that people are gonna go like, oh yeah, I gotta get Paramount?
There's a bunch at the beginning. I don't remember specific ones, but I remember being advertised a bunch. Decent sounding ones were on there, but
Subscribe to Warhammer Plus. Wait, does Warhammer actually have a subscription service?
They just started one. It's kind of been in testing for a while. Some of it is kind of, you know, we're gonna add so many features later. But yeah, it's like well, so they started doing a bunch of animation, which has kind of been a controversy because they basically hired a bunch of like people doing animation on YouTube and stuff that was really good, and they're like, hey, play by our rules. And then they weren't very nice to them, but then if you didn't work with them, they would just take your stuff down.
Yeah, I did hear about them doing like some pretty messed up IP stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, there's like animation stuff you'll have access to. I think the biggest thing is like the army list builder and like all the codices and stuff, all the rule books you'll have access to. And I'm sure a bunch of random, you know, fat. But the biggest selling point I think is like the rules and like searchability and army builders and stuff. Which I don't know, because there's still that free, what the heck's it called? There's like this awesome army builder for like any rule set that's free. Cal, I haven't used it in ages. Help me out, chat. What's that army builder called? I think I have it on my phone still. Oh, Battle Scribe. Just fans doing the same thing for free. Oh yeah, and probably the Black Library stuff will be on there. All their novels.
All these subscription services need some sort of loyalty reward systems. Man, if they add achievements to Netflix, I'm gonna lose my mind.
There you go.
Star Trek. Oh, Star Trek's on Paramount Plus. That's got to be like their big pull, right? That's got to be the thing that they pull people with. Them's the bricks of IP laws. You base your income on the IP someone else can't really cry when they decide to start enforcing their ownership over said IP. Legally, sure, but there's kind of an accepted idea of like how fan content and creators like are good for the brand and the ecosystem, and like it gets into some weird stuff. Subscription service bloat is becoming a real thing. There'll be a huge crunch on them when the economy tanks. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, everybody went to Netflix because it was like, instead of having cable, I can pay way less and just get to watch stuff whenever I want. Like, when Netflix brought in, like, streaming and they had, like, all these shows on it, like, that was a massive thing. People were like, oh, we could save so much money. But now, like, you'd pay way more to have all the streaming services to see these shows.
Basically now, instead of Netflix being this all go-to thing that has so much thing, it's just became a channel on TV that you actually have to pay for instead of like one of those free channels.
You also like
Pay-per-view now. Not pay-per-view, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, what was I just thinking? We've also already seen a ton of streaming services crash. There's like CISO.
Oh
like
yeah.
A thing for like maybe a year.
I subscribed to that. There was some funny stuff on there.
That's the weird thing. There was actually good stuff on there. It had Harmontown. It had HarmonQuest. It had HarmonQuest. It had Bam on it. Like they actually had like good stuff.
Oh wait, that already went down?
Oh, that went down years ago now. At this point.
That went down like maybe a year after it launched tops. Like it did not last long.
I thought I heard about it recently, but I think I've heard something. I'm thinking something else.
You remember having to return Netflix DVDs? Dude, they miss getting DVDs, no protective case in the mail. They still do DVDs. Netflix still does DVDs. That is still a service that you can sign up for. And it's wild because there's some shows that they don't have for streaming that they do have for DVDs. One of them is O.J. Simpson's prank show.
Oh my gosh.
There's an O.J. Simpson prank show called Juiced, and it is exceptionally hard to find anywhere, except for some reason, Netflix does have some DVDs of it that you can rent. They don't stream it, but they have the physical DVDs.
That's wild.
Also, hi Letitia. I had CISO because of HarmonQuest and Boom Bam. Yeah, HarmonQuest and Boom Bam were like both really good shows on it. One of my friends worked on the Boom Bam TV show. She has pictures of her. She was AC on it, so she assistant the camera. So she would do the. Oh God, you're right.
Nope, dying. No, I like those shows a lot too, but one of my favorites was called Bajillion Dollar Properties. It was like a parody of like, you know, all the realtors with the mansions like trying to outdo each other and stuff. And then Paul F. Tompkins as the main guy.
There's that one that would only be on phones. Oh, Quibi. Yeah. Quibi,
oh yeah. That crash and burn.
They had an operating budget of, I think they spent literally billions. And
Quibillions.
Yeah, Quibillions. Their entire premise was like, what if we made movies the way that we already make movies, but they're in lower resolution and can only be seen on your phone, and also we release them in like 12-minute chunks or something like that, or in like small chunks. And it was, nobody was into it.
You know what streaming service I like? Which is not technically a streaming service, but now that I think about it, it almost sounds like it.
What?
Oh, that went down. What's the one that like basically sign up for a thing and then you can go watch movies in theaters?
Oh, Movie Pass.
Yeah, Movie Pass. Was almost a like subscription like service.
Movie Pass was massive if you got in on it, because like it was an unreasonably good deal.
Yeah,
So the
they
problem
couldn't afford
was,
it at all.
yeah, the problem was when everybody, well, because you know what the model was, right? Like, the model was that, when you buy a ticket through them, or I guess not buy a ticket, when you say you're gonna go see a movie, they would then buy the ticket. So if you saw a certain amount of movies per month, you were making them spend more money to buy you tickets than then you would be spending like on your like $15 subscription or whatever.
Yeah.
So
like
were they just betting on people doing what we were talking about before and like forgetting about it, but they didn't?
Genuinely, yeah, that was authentically, that was a company that was built entirely on the idea of like people are going to sign up for this and they're going to not actually see movies and they're just going to they were built on like a gym membership model basically.
Yeah.
And
it's watching movies. People like doing that.
Yeah, love Movie Pass, but got bummed when they wouldn't let me watch Hereditary a second time. Yeah, that was another thing. Was that's why they started like cracking down on like what you could see, and they started going like, okay, you actually can't see these movies, and it was always like the popular movies. They started having to restrict it because they were losing money hard, and they were also selling your information, and that was really bad.
Yeah, because they were like, crap, we got to make this back.
It was a bizarre situation.
Yeah, I remember towards the end you can only watch like 3 movies or something like that.
What's up, Rabbit? Thanks for the resub.
Like that the CW has a free streaming service, so the app is terrible to navigate. Wait, CW fascinates me, because like none of their shows are good, right? Like every time I've seen anything from the CW, it's like, and like not in like I can't believe people watch this, but like you look at it and you're like, there's just like a lot of really bizarre, like this could be done better, like sort of thing. AMC has a Movie Pass thing with concessions. Yeah, see, here's the thing. A theater chain doing something like Movie Pass is way more feasible, because like that theater chain doesn't have to buy their own tickets. Like if they're giving you like a deal, if it's getting a new person into their theaters, they're still making money. Like Movie Pass being a third party thing where they don't actually own any of these theaters or anything. So like, yeah, it's that. It's as a first party thing, AMC doing a Movie Pass deal is only good for them. It doesn't matter if like, yeah, you would spend more money if you were going and seeing all these movies without their subscription service, but would you actually see that many movies if you didn't have that subscription service? And like, they've got the seats, you know?
Yeah, plus like if they give you a concessions deal, whatever, if they get you to the concessions counter, they're kind of, there's a chance you're gonna buy something outside. You're like, I'm saving money, I'll buy like an extra thing, and then that's overpriced, and it just makes up for the discount they gave you.
Part of mine, Supernatural was good, right? Supernatural was CW. Arrow was good for about 2 seasons, but even like on the shows where like the writing is entertaining, like where the writing is like solid, like the cinematography and stuff is always like weird and always feels like you just like didn't quite shoot this right. Like there's always like everything I've seen, even with Supernatural stuff, I've always just been like, I feel like it's just like weirdly not polished.
I feel like it's become that's become like the brand though. Like you can recognize it at a glance.
You know if it's a CW show when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fascinating. Also, AMC's goal is to get you in to spend on concessions, right? Because the food is where they like make a lot of their money, and it's also just because like I said, like literally the tickets don't cost them anything. Like literally, if they have an empty seat in a theater, giving away a ticket for free for somebody to get in there, and then like because they got it for free, then they buy some popcorn. They still made money. Like they need to sell the food. Also, soda. Like soda is probably the biggest. Soda and popcorn actually are extremely high margin products. They cost you like nothing to make. Like but you can still sell them for a lot. You can sell like a big tub of popcorn. It costs you like maybe $1, but you sell it for 15. Like, wild.
Free refills.
Yeah. Puncher Crunch is scientifically proven to be the best snack at movie theaters. The secret taste is unlocked by combining it with popcorn. See, what we do, we pour a bag of, so my family, when we'd go to the theaters, we'd get like a big bucket of popcorn with like all the butter and oils on it, just like the least healthy popcorn you could possibly get. And then we would dump peanut butter M&Ms in it. And peanut butter M&Ms, when they are warmed up by the hot popcorn and they have like the extra salt and the butter on it, it's dangerously good. And I do it at home too. I haven't done it in a long time, but like it's peanut butter M&Ms inside popcorn is wild.
I will definitely try this. This sounds amazing.
It's very good. Yeah, it's not as good with like the cheap popcorn you get at the bodega or whatever, unless you add extra butter and salt and stuff, because like it's getting like the butter and the oil and the salt in it that makes it like really good. Peanut butter M&Ms or Reese's Pieces?
It'll be different because peanut butter M&Ms has the chocolate, while Reese's Pieces, it's not. It doesn't even feel like peanut butter. It feels like the peanut fudge.
So here's the thing. Yeah, like Reese's is probably my favorite candy brand altogether. I think I actually still would go with peanut butter M&Ms over Reese's Pieces. I don't even really like M&Ms that much, honestly. But the peanut butter M&Ms are extremely good.
Yeah, and they also feel more like Reese's than Reese's Pieces do.
Sacrilege.
Chocolate covered popcorn and local beers. Okay.
Mixed together? No.
That's what they put it all in a cauldron. Last movie I saw in theaters was Star Wars, and still mad I didn't see Cats. Oh God, yeah, I think Star Wars 9 was the last thing I saw in theaters. That's depressing. When I was a youth, we used to take freshly trashed popcorn buckets and large soda cups, wash them out in the theater bathroom sink, then get a free refill. Really gross to think about that now. You know, for college kid stuff. That's fine. Peanut butter M&Ms are the best. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not in a movie theater, but I guess this would just blatant steal at this point. I was
Rabbit Burner, what is pick and mix? I don't think we have that in the States. He says pick and mix is the cinema food for legends, just brutally expensive. I don't think I've heard of that. Last thing you saw was Jungle Cruise. You don't have pick and mix? I did see Inside in theaters, but that's the only thing I've seen since the pandemic started. I saw it twice. I
saw Werewolves Within, and recently I saw they made a Lupin the Third movie in Japan that they did in 3D, and the animation was actually decent for an anime adaptation in 3D.
No, I've never heard of pick and mix. I have no idea what it is. So it must be a UK thing. Oh, you saw Puffs? I didn't know they filmed Puffs. I remember when it was off Broadway here. They had a lot of marketing for it. Which I guess makes sense. Like people were obsessed with. Yeah, you remember seeing the Puffs ads and street teams, yeah?
100%.
That's fascinating. I think they got shoved off because they were like, we're gonna do an actual Harry Potter play now, and did like the Cursed Child. That monstrosity.
Oh. Yeah, I never saw that.
The best snack is the nachos you steal from your friend who bought them. That's valid. Oh, I could go for it. I haven't had nachos in a very long time. Like actual like good nachos. You get you get like the ground beef in there.
I'm getting real snacky with this conversation.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like all the stuff I haven't eaten in a very long time.
Basically, nachos are good when it's nachos.
Nice.
Now it is. It's tons of different sweet types. You put as much as you want in bags from any of the containers. They charge you by weight. What?
Oh, pick and mix. It's literally you just walk in there and fill a bag. You pick and
I
mix.
think I saw that here once, but I don't think it went like, especially in New York. I don't think it goes well.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I just remember I was saying earlier, but like in high school, I was being a dumb teenager. Me and my friends went to M&M World and like just shoved our bag full of
Dude,
M&Ms.
M&M's World is the wildest. I don't know why it exists. It's one of the wildest things in Times Square.
Yeah, I don't know why it still exists.
See, we've got pick and mix style things in some like candy stores and stuff, but yeah, not in movie theaters. It's wild that they are in your movie theaters there.
I saw it once in a movie theater here.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was pick and mix, but it was that style of thing where you just fill up your bag with a certain candy.
Puffs is filmed and can be bought on Amazon.
Huh.
I never did see it. They died in the U.S. when every candy had to be individually wrapped and sealed. Yeah, I can imagine it being like a massive health concern.
Okay, that's not even as bad as how Japanese individually wraps candies, though. Have you seen like
That's
Japanese
true.
candies? Like every single individual thing, like
Yeah.
it's just. It's all
Is
wrapped.
it?
I don't understand it. I guess it's overall they have much better portion control.
I'm guessing this is the razor blades and acid in your child's candy panic at the 90s. Yeah, I think they. I guess, yeah, thinking about it, it also just genuinely might be. Japan also, generally speaking, is better about health than us.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's portion control. It might genuinely actually be. I think it probably is portion control, actually, more than anything.
Yeah, I mean that is also relates to health.
It helps you burn off calories because you have to unwrap every piece of candy. So you're getting a little bit more work in there, you know?
But there's so much more garbage.
Sure, but it's all biodegradable, you know?
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think all of it is.
It's definitely true. Oh, I'm not getting a lot of painting done. That's fine. Well, I got the fur on this tabaxi done. Basis of his staff. I don't know what one is cloaked. Oh, my back. There we go. Pioneer squares are individually wrapped. They're Pioneer squares.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either.
Remember, anytime we went to like a ghost town, they would do that thing where it's like, here's a bunch of things of like different rock candies and like ribbon candies and stuff and toffees, and like they'd all have scoops in them. You could scoop them out, and yeah, you'd buy it by the pound. M&M's World, just their giant wall of every color of M&M imaginable, so you can make your own. And they were like, oh, you can pour it in a certain order to make M&M art. I cannot get over, like, M&M's World really is wild. When my friends, I had a bunch of friends from all around the world, honestly. We did a big meetup, a bunch of my online friends, a couple of years ago. And they wanted to see Times Square, and I'm like, we can go to Times Square for a couple minutes. I don't want to just be in Times Square. So we walked in there, and they saw the M&M's World, and they're like, we have to go in there. So we went in there. I think I've been to the M&M's World more than anywhere else in Times Square because I don't know why it's so magnetic. But it's such a bizarre. They won't call them M&Ms in there for some reason. Like they have every now and then they have somebody in a M&M costume come out to take pictures with kids and all that. And so one of our running gags is just based off of we were standing around while somebody went to the bathroom and just heard over the intercom, the red character is upstairs. If you would like pictures with the red character, go to the 4th floor. It's like, why are they calling him that? Just call him the red M&M. You can't tell me you don't have the rights. You're M&M's world. Like what? Like the red character.
It's actually a bootleg store. If you notice that the ampersand is backwards. No kidding.
MDNAM. We went to M&M World in NYC in 2019. Dude, it was summer 2019 is when they all visited.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because it was Hellscape. We planned this trip, and then I ended up working Hellscape, and I was doing the Kickstarter while they were here.
I remember you mentioning about like friends visiting while you were stuck there.
Oh yeah, it was a trip that we had planned for. We've been planning it for like 6-7 months.
And wait, wasn't that when you were really working there? Because I mean, you weren't working there before, but Selena went on a trip, so you were working there.
Yeah, she was on vacation like through the whole Kickstarter.
So wait, so she went on vacation and had to ruin your.
I mean, look, that was the best paid freelancing I had done in a long time, and it lit me. When I did get to hang out with them, I was able to like say like, yeah, let's go to these nice restaurants. I didn't have to worry about money, so that was nice.
Nice. I mean to like be bashing, but yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good time. But that's the thing is we were like every year let's do a meetup like this, and we'll do it at a different place. So like we're gonna go to Sweden and Norway at one point, do Canada at one point, do Colorado at one point, because we're kind of spread like all over. And then the pandemic hit, and we had to cancel the follow-up trip.
My sense of time is so messed up now. It didn't make sense to me that Hellscape was the year before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but
Hellscape was a little over 2 years ago.
Jeez Louise. I remember when I was hired at Dwarven Forge for a month. That was almost 4 years ago.
Colorado's awesome. I really want to go to Colorado. It's a whole thing where it's like, you know, based on where we go. Because Kai is my friend who lives in Colorado, and I'm like, we go to Colorado, like let's just do a bunch of hiking. Let's like maybe like camp on the Colorado trip. Because so we've got one that lives in Colorado and one that lives in Missouri. And they're like, oh, I don't know if we'll have anything to do when you come out here. I'm like, we will have things to do. They don't need to be tourist destinations. Like, we could literally just hang out and play video games for a week, and I think everybody'd be fine with that. But like with Colorado specifically, I really want to go hiking. I also want to time it to go to Frozen Dead Guy Days, which is it is a holiday period celebrating, you can look it up, Frozen Dead Guy Days. It is these immigrants from, I want to say Finland, something like that, like around that area. They lived there for a while, and like one of them died of old age, and they, instead of doing anything normal, they built a shed filled with dry ice to try and preserve his body until like enough time had passed, like genuinely like the freezing the body until there's a cure like situation, like and so that whole thing got found out eventually, and it was such a weird situation that they decided to make a holiday out of it. And then they celebrate Frozen Dead Guy Days, and they have like coffin races and stuff like that. It's a bizarre thing. Yeah, in Netherlands. And Kai doesn't live very far from there, so we're like, we have to time that trip. Like, I need to go to Frozen Dead Guy Days.
That definitely sounds more like much more interesting than M&M World. Like, we have to go to M&M World. I understand we have to go to Dead Guy Days.
The corpse character.
That's what happens. Like, some guy died in there, and then they preserve the body. They put it in a giant M&M suit, and they don't want it's not M&M because there's no chocolate inside. It's rotting flesh, so they can't call it M&M. Duh.
Crazy Yanks. They weren't even Ask a Mortician on YouTube has a great video on the Donner Party. Oh. That's exciting. Go to the coffin races in Manitou Springs. Slight change of topic. What's being sculpted up there? It's a thing for Tyler for the game that he DMs for me and my friends.
Yeah, I wanted a break from my house, so I asked Tyler if he wants me to sculpt anything for him for his game, since you and sometimes Tyler, like, people paint for the game, his game, so I felt like I wanted to contribute as well.
Yeah, most of the stuff that I paint on the hobby hangs is stuff for just trying to have like stuff for us to use in the game, because we didn't really have a lot of painted minis or anything. We don't really have a lot of painted minis at the office either, so it's also kind of just adding to the stock of minis that we have for when we do things. So I guess Toby's going to sculpt that, and then either Tyler and I are going to paint it, and then it's going to be used in our game at some point. I have no idea what he's planning to do with it, and so he might not let me paint it because he might want me to not know about it. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like if he didn't want you to know about it, he would have asked me not to do it on the stream.
Possible. I mean, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets or like not metagaming when he, because like I've prepped minis where he's like, yeah, we're gonna need this mini for like what's gonna be happening soon, and like I haven't, I haven't been like, I've got a strange feeling there's gonna be fire giants just around the corner. I don't do that, so
yeah,
probably be fine.
That wouldn't be fun for a stream anyway.
I don't know. It would be really funny if it's like, wow, how does he keep guessing?
And when it appears, you're just like, it's not painted by me.
Here in Memphis, we have boomer redneck watching parties. That's an event. Usually happens near Graceland on Elvis's birthday and the anniversary of his death. Wow. What a wild story. Elvis. Just as a whole.
I don't know if enough about his story to agree.
I think he was a teddy bear or something.
Elvis? Like
Elvis.
Elvis Presley, like ELF.
Elvis?
Yeah.
Wow.
Alphys, like Alf from oh god, what show was Alf on? Not Married with Children. Was it? No, it was just Alf. It was literally a show called Alf. No, wasn't Alf a spin-off show from him being in a different show? What was he in? Alf was on Alf? Wasn't it a spin-off from something? I thought it was a spin-off from something. Maybe not. No, just Alf is like an Elvis impersonator. I think Alf made a cameo on something. Okay. Because, like, in retrospect, it would be really weird for Alf to be in a show that he wasn't the center of, considering he's a weird pig alien. Nobody ever talks about Mork and Mindy anymore. You know?
That's funny, because that just popped into my head when you... Is that what he's from?
No.
I was going to say that when you just said, like, Alien, that show popped into my head. I hadn't seen it, but whatever the Robin Williams documentary or whatever you saw it on.
No. Yeah, that was like some of his early stuff is really wild. Did you see the Popeye movie he did?
No, and I think that's probably good.
It's genuinely done a lot of great roles. Oh my god, Goodwill Hunting, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Popeye might genuinely be the most consistently impressive like role he's ever done, just because of the sheer physicality of it.
Really?
It is that dude. He is playing a literal cartoon character, physically, vocally, like in every respect, the entire time. It is ridiculous how well he pulls it off.
Really?
Like,
Doesn't the movie tank?
Oh yeah, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like a great movie, but like Robin Williams playing Popeye is wild, and
Sure.
it's a lot of fun to watch.
Sure.
Like it's
I think I heard about it a while ago now that I think about it now.
a lot of it is really just like how ridiculously magnetic Robin Williams is, just like as Popeye. Like it genuinely, everything about it, like it's wild how he actually. There's very few people that I think could pull off being a literal cartoon character.
Yeah, yeah.
The way that Robin did.
Wait, wasn't the gal from The Shining the opposite?
Yeah, Shelley Duvall's in it. She does really well too. Like the whole cast is good, but like it's just Popeye as a character is just like such a bizarrely not real human, like.
Yeah.
And to be able to portray that and have it like actually feel real is wild.
Huh.
Really like The Fisher King? Yeah. He's done, dude, Robin Williams did just a ton of incredible work. Like, but I still just can't get, it's just the sheer physicality of Popeye is just wild to me. Very rare that I think they've done something like that and pulled it off. God, Shelley Duvall's good. Christian Bale would method himself into being an actual cartoon, getting skin tinting surgery. Town they built for Popeye is still around. It's a tourist attraction in Malta. Okay, are there any movie locations that you guys really want to visit? I have a weird one.
What do you mean movie location?
Any movie or anything that where like that location actually does exist? It wasn't like made in a soundstage or anything.
Okay,
but
so
like
you mean the actual stages set for it, not fictional locations.
Yeah, in actual, whether it's like, oh, like I want to go to New Zealand and see the Hobbit holes and stuff like that, like, or either like just an actual location that they featured, or just like the streets where they put something, you know.
I guess I haven't really had the impulse to go see it, like, oh, I have to see it. I do perk up when I pass the Ghostbusters fire station.
True. Have you ever seen The Majestic?
No, what's that?
The Majestic is not one of Jim Carrey's better known movies. And I would posit that it's probably not one of his better ones. I like it a lot. It's a movie. It's very long, I think, is the main thing, and it's kind of slowly paced. It's a throwback to like older movies.
Sure.
I think they say they were trying to like do like a kind of Frank Capra style movie with it, and so he plays a screenwriter. This is during the like height of like the Red Scare, McCarthyism and all that. He plays a screenwriter who attended a communist meeting once because he was trying to pick up a girl who was a member, and it didn't work and everything. But because he went to that like meeting once, somebody like ratted him out about it or whatever. And so when they were going through Hollywood like looking for communists, he got named and all that. And so he tries to, as he's like driving home, he's just like, oh, my life's over, like this is all ruined, like blah blah blah. So he drives his car off the bridge. But he lives, and he loses his memory. And so he doesn't know who he is, and he washes up by this super small town that is pretty separated from everything, and they think that he is a They think that he is the one of the young men that like left that got drafted and went to like World War II and went missing in action, and they never found a body or anything, and they're like, oh, you found your way back to us, and like all that jazz. But it's largely so it's this very small town, and the whole thing is kind of centered around the movie theater that they have there, called the Majestic. And it's just it's just like a really beautiful, like kind of old movie theater and all that. God, the premise of everything I said is like probably the first half hour, 40 minutes of the movie.
What the?
Yeah. It's like, it's a slower paced movie. I think the movie's over 2 hours. But there's a lot about that movie I just really like.
I mean, it sounds like one I'd watch.
It's a good time. I like it a lot. But I want to go to that. I want to go to that town. Basically, I want to.
Yeah, that'd be
I want to
cool.
kind of like, because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's like a couple streets.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small. It's, you know, they went to an actual town and they jazzed up the buildings and all that. So I'd like to see that as some. I think it's probably like the movie location I would want to see the most.
Cool.
Live near where they've. Oh, apparently Letitia used to live by where they filmed the Truman Show.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. High School Prom was where they filmed the CDC and The Walking Dead. I could never get myself to watch The Walking Dead.
I watched the first season. The second season started too slowly, so I dropped it.
Yeah, I watched the first two. Actually, I watched the first three. And I did enjoy them. I kind of felt the same way, though. Like, when they were just starting out, and they didn't have quite as much, I don't know, resources or whatever, and it clipped along a little more. And I like that. And then it became big, and then it became like 16-hour-long episodes, and I was like, man, I liked it when it was 8. You know?
I don't know if the Walking Dead, you know, it never throws me off each time, like I think the graphic novels, the comics, or games, or whatever, the font of that, why is the font of Walking Dead for like the graphic novels and stuff the same font as Mario?
Is it?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh, wow.
It's like this, it's just like the, you know, same Mario font without the colors. It's just black and white, but it's like, it's very weirdly like shaped letters.
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember. Somebody did that with like the Grand Theft Auto font. Somebody was like, "Hey, you ever realize that the Grand Theft Auto font is the same font as blank?" I can't remember what it was, but it was very funny when I saw it. Please laugh.
Isn't it
There we go.
not Jeopardy, one of the game shows, I think.
Yeah, it's a game show.
Yeah, it's a game show.
It's not The Price is Right, is it? It's definitely not Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's not Jeopardy.
It might be The Price is Right.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, there's like a game show that has the same font as Grand Theft Auto, and it's very funny.
I'm more surprised that like these like places like they just use fonts that are like, I don't know if they're widely available, but just like they share a font. With
Yeah.
their IP.
I mean, not everybody's gonna create a new typeface every time they make a IP, you know? Although they should. It's really close to The Price is Right. Not the same, but close. That's close enough for me, honestly. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I've been replaying Super Mario 64 lately. That's my
Ooh.
Subway game right now.
Nice.
I started when I got what's called
3D All Stars collection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I sometimes see you saying you're online playing that.
Yeah, well, because I since my commute to work got longer, I started actually like playing the Switch on the subway again. So I played through the Link's Awakening remake and Luigi's Mansion 3, 100%ed both of them. And then I was like, what am I gonna play next? I should really do Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but it seems so big. I need to just do it already.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I popped it in and I was like, you know what? I haven't played Super Mario 64 in a long time. I wonder how I'll feel about it now. So that's what I've been playing.
I haven't really played Switch or any games much, but definitely want to pick it up hard when Metroid comes out.
Oh yeah, Metroid Dread looks wild.
Yeah.
I've gotten super back into Final Fantasy 14 again lately. It always comes in waves, you know, but right now I'm very, very big on my Final Fantasy 14 grind. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is right around the corner. You're right. I should play Tokyo Mirage Sessions now so that I'm not... I should get it out of the way. I should play it now. And then when SMT 5 comes out, that can be my RPG. Or I can play Yakuza 7 right now. God. There's too many games.
I thought I saw someone in a chat yesterday that a new Tales game is coming out.
Like Tales of Symphonia?
Yeah.
That series?
Yeah.
Tales of Fox. That's what it's called. Okay.
It's just a Shadow the Hedgehog treatment, like they give Tails a chainsaw.
Tales of Star Fox.
Is it PAX West? Don't remember the title besides Tales of. That's fine. That's how they all work. Like, because it's always just Tales of and then the name of whatever world they're making up for the game. So it never actually means anything.
There was one I played on PS3 or PS4, my friend, and I liked it. It was silly because the main character was supposed to be a doctor. He kept using a move called Demon Fist and just screaming every 5 seconds.
Is that Berseria? No, Berseria was only on Xbox, I think. No, Vesperia was only on Xbox. PS4, PS5 Tales game.
I think it was possibly.
Was that?
I think it was PS3 possibly.
PS3?
Yeah.
I don't think it's not Tales of Symphonia. The main character isn't a doctor there.
Yeah. You can choose to play between like the guy character or the girl character, and the story's slightly different, I think.
Oh. That doesn't sound like any of the Tales games that I know of. But it's very possible that I just don't know about this one.
I liked it because it was multiplayer.
Yeah, that's like one of the best things about the Tales games is the combat being like a multiplayer thing that everybody can jump in on is very, very nice.
Yeah.
Me and Miles, one of our friends, Colby, was super into Tales of Symphonia, so there was a point where we were playing, the three of us were playing, and so the fact that we could all just, like, do the combat together was really nice. The Tales series has a really good combat system.
Tales of Symphonia is the one with Lloyd, right?
Yeah. Night Rabbit.
Good night.
Created a font for my handwriting so I could use it on character sheets. Nice. Let's see.
This is a tiny guy.
For you. I'm mostly excited to play Super Mario Sunshine again. But maybe, instead of replaying games I've already played before, I should be playing something new.
Now.
Yeah. I 100% Super Mario 3D World.
Whoa.
I didn't like 3D World. I really wanted to like because I loved 3D Land.
You need to play it with people.
I know, that's what I didn't like about it. It's like it just felt like it wasn't.
It was an extreme.
Some people, but it just like it's.
It was an extremely good bonding experience with my sisters. I'll say that one. Like, over the course of a couple years, whenever I came back home with Christmas or some other event or whatever, whenever I was back, they were always very excited for us to play it again. And so we 100%ed it together. It was a very good time. That said, I would not play through it again on my own. Definitely a game that functions best in group play.
Yeah, that sort of felt weird. Like, I mean, since it's like it's a Mario game, and it feels weird that like usually the single like it's not meant to be multiplayer often. I like the things when they do multiplayer, but when the experience is just so leaning towards multiplayer versus just being able to pick up and play on your own. I don't need to like them all.
Yeah, I feel that.
Here's the thing. I'm glad that it exists and it did what it did, because now that's there whenever I want to play that kind of game.
Yeah.
But I think it's unfortunate that it gets grouped with the single player, like 3D adventure platformers, because I don't think it's the same kind of game.
It's not. It's like a weird take on a 3D Land, which is also really wasn't a version. No one compares 3D Land to the 3D platformers.
Which is interesting because that one actually is meant for single player.
Yeah.
It's because it's because 3D World was on the console.
Yeah. When it came out, I was really glad because I always thought that it was weird that none of the 3D Mario games incorporated the power-ups like in the original games.
Really interesting. I did play through Land. It was a decent time. I think I 100%ed it. I need to stop 100%ing games.
Why? If you like it.
Because the amount of other games I could have played in the time that I spent 100%ing games is very unfortunate. I could have had more experiences.
But the reward and the satisfaction.
It means nothing. I'm hollow, and I move on to the next game. Nobody on Bumble cares about my platinums.
Put it on all your dating profiles.
Yeah.
I don't understand why no one's matching.
I'm very accomplished. Need to talk myself off the edge of buying the Secret Labs Diva chair. Wait, they're making like a gaming chair that's like Diva branded.
Didn't they do that a long time ago? I remember seeing that a long time ago.
I don't know. It's very possible it's been out and I just didn't know about it. I'm really bad at keeping up on news.
Is that really news worth keeping track of?
Depending on who you are, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Eva is by far. Well, I wouldn't say by far. She's one of the characters that's the most brandable for.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah, it's gamer.
It's so funny to me that they retconned her playing StarCraft.
Wait, she doesn't anymore?
They just say that they just say she played games now instead of saying that she was a StarCraft pro.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's like you own StarCraft, just go with it.
Yeah. They do that, but they put in Doritos and Mountain Dew in her stuff.
Trying to collect their 2020 stocks. They're like around 400 for the Titan, but I should avoid it because I really should get the Titan XL. So it just has like her logo and stuff on it.
Just the bunny.
The bunny. Also, I think one of the reasons Devo's as big as she is too is that she, compared to the other popular Overwatch girls, Devo was also incredibly easy to cosplay.
That's true.
You just buy the bodysuit and like.
No, that's not the right way to do it. You need to get the Mac. If you don't have the Mac, then that just. I'm kidding.
But like most of the other characters that were popular, Tracer's a more complicated cosplay. Mercy's more complicated cosplay. Widowmaker. Well, yeah, Widowmaker. You gotta like paint your whole body. So yeah, Diva's the easiest one by far.
Yeah.
One of the nicest things about video games is even if the game isn't great, usually the music is still good. There are very few games that actually have like bad music.
I can think of the worst game that has the best music.
What?
You know, Cheetah Man?
Cheetah Man?
Yeah. It's this like bootleg game that was on. I don't know if it was a bootleg game, but it was like this game was on NES or something like that. But it was like one of those cartridges that has like 50 different games in it, and some of them are knockoffs. But one of them just had like this game. It was like this platformer game that you're a cheetah and you shoot things, but like the physics didn't even work. Some of the levels don't even work, but the music was really good.
Huh.
One of the interesting things I've seen Borderlands do is they share cosplay documents of people that give detailed views from all angles of the outfit pieces and also the colors for them. Oh, that's cool. Just acknowledging that like this is a part of the industry, part of the community. I don't know, companies that shut down or like don't actively embrace fan content are really they're like harming themselves, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got like certain companies like how they do that. Like for example, Nintendo used to be very like crack down on like the YouTube stuff a lot, but at the same time they never really went after like fan created shirts and stuff like that. Like they never cracked down on like non-official merchandise.
Huh. Yeah, that's a little odd.
Yeah. And same thing for Pokemon. Like Pokemon is even more like they really like crack down on any like IP uses and stuff like that. But
I want to try.
they don't care about merchandise.
I want to try cosplaying at some point. cosplay I really want to do that I think would be a lot of fun is I want to do Wander from Shadow of the Colossus. And I want Miles to be the horse. And I want to do Wander, like, completely seriously, down to not talking outside of shouting, Argo, to, like, call the horse. And but then I want Miles to just be, like, fucking, to just be, like, bumbling around with, like, not very well done costume. Just like bumming around, like, oh, geez, he says, just so that he can, like, he can do all the talking, but he's just. I think it'd be very fun, and I know he would do it.
Yeah, that affectionately sounds like a very you and Miles idea.
Yeah.
I cosplay once as Toby from Naruto.
Oh, nice.
I get to cosplay as myself.
Toby Uchiha?
I guess.
Was he an Uchiha? Or, like, Toby was, like, what he called himself, and he was actually Madara Uchiha or something like that?
No, he was Obito.
He was Obito, right.
Yeah.
Right. Very clever.
At a certain point, but... Yeah. That was his, like, Elias.
Alias?
Yeah. It's Elias, okay?
That's the alias. That's the Elias for Alias, is Elias.
Okay. It should be Elias because there's the word lie in there, because you're lying about your name. Just like how a gazebo should be gazebo, because you gaze out of it, and placebo should be placebo, because it's in place of another thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. I see you. I don't know if I'm with you, but
You are. Trust me.
I have registered what you've said.
I'm not a robot.
Uh-huh.
You have been heard does not mean will be listened to.
Thanks, guys.
That's what we're here for.
Be mean to me. Let's sacrifice Toby.
Everybody's so mean to me. Let's see. Yes. I don't know why I have a Jurassic Park song stuck in my head.
I was wondering.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I haven't had any. I have not consumed any Jurassic Park content in a very long time.
Dinosaur juice. Consume it.
Did they make that?
I don't know. Just consuming Jurassic Park just made me think of weird food products that you make from dinosaurs. And
It's like they decided that they wanted to do their own ecto cooler thing, but they just call it dinosaur juice, and everybody has like all these questions. Like, wait, so is this made from the dinosaurs? Like, did you grind dinosaurs up for this?
no, you just squeeze them like a berry.
Do you guys remember Sobe?
Yes. Is that
Was
dead?
that the lizard thing?
Was that?
The lizard thing?
Yeah, the like lizard drink.
Yeah.
I drank so much of that as a kid. It's still around, but it's hard to find now.
Huh.
Yeah, I was super into Sobe when I was a kid. I don't know why. I think I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, this drink has added. Because yeah, they like try to position themselves as like a cool brand, pretty hardcore. Da, 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 da. We have
Yeah, I just remember the white one.
I gotta be real. I don't think I remember what any of it tastes like.
White. It's white.
What?
What does that taste like?
You know, white.
Oh,
Probably something like a pina colada or something.
ooh.
Actually, now that you mention that, I had a flashback. I'm pretty sure they did have a pina colada one.
Yeah, that does ring a bell, you know?
Yeah.
Also, why is mystery flavor for everything coconut?
But is that a thing?
There's so often when it's like mystery flavor, it just ends up being coconut.
See, if I were them, my mystery flavor would literally be like just a random, like, we just make like a bunch of them and they are authentically different flavors being put in the same bottle. So you don't actually know what you're getting until you drink it and it changes every time.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, that should do for now. I've never had Ecto Cooler. Ecto Cooler tastes like green with a hint of blue. I used to think it was supposed to be orange and tangerine, but it didn't taste like that. Yeah, I've never had Ecto, but I know it exists.
I've never even heard of that.
Really?
Oh. What happened?
Dropped everything.
Oh.
Come on, join me.
Donk. Donk.
Donkey Kong.
How have we never done that?
We did.
Donkey?
Yeah.
Okay. Video game dunk.
Ball.
Let's do that. Bought a box and released it in 2016. Oh yeah, they did a re-release when the new movie came out, huh? Forgot about that. What song is that? It's a Childish Gambino song that's stuck in my head, I think. No. Yes, it is. Pop Thieves. That's what it is. It's from his Kawaii EP, I think. Song is stuck in my head every now and then. It's a really good song. And the song is all, and your hands in mine. Yeah. I think I hear your cat playing with something.
Jangle jangling.
Yeah, I put his collar back on and he is jingling.
Oh, that boy's jingling.
You can see him in the corner.
Oh yeah.
I got my cat a banana, like a stuffed banana, and she adores it. I've never seen her actually like go out of her way to just like play with a toy that I wasn't like dangling in front of her before. But she loves this banana. Or she hates it. She does bite it a lot. Maybe she actually just really hates it.
This is Dunk's favorite toy.
His collar.
It's
Oh
like
no, you get it. What is that?
it's supposed to be like a fat version of the Heartless,
Oh,
and he's just like taking around, like dragging it everywhere, and just like bringing it around places.
fascinating. See, because I've had dogs that have had like favorite toys that they would want to carry everywhere and all that. I've never had that with a cat. Like where a cat is like seem to be actually like emotionally attached to a toy.
Yeah, it's
But she'll just go to this banana wherever it is and will just like lay down and like wrap her like paws around it and stuff. So I think I'm gonna like look into that brand and like I don't know if it's the catnip they get or the material, like fabric that they make their stuff out of, but I should get some more stuff made by the same company and see if she also likes it just as much. Maybe she just likes the shape of it. I don't know. I need to figure out what it is she likes so much about it, because if I can get her more toys that she'll like that, then I'll be happy.
in the shape of a banana.
Was that?
What else is in the shape of a banana?
I don't know. I can just give her like actual bananas, I guess. I could just buy more of those bananas as well and just leave bananas all around the house.
Just get a banana suit for yourself.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Walk around in a banana shoot. She starts jumping on me and biting me. I wonder if it's the color. Yeah, it's probably not the. I don't think cats are that color driven. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not educated, so.
How many times have we said that this stream? I feel like we've said it.
I say it a lot because I think it's really important that people understand that I really shouldn't be listened to about most things.
Well, Mace isn't here to razz you, so you got to do it yourself.
That's fair. To razz me. She's not here to razz everybody.
That's true.
You get priority then.
Do I?
I feel like it.
Yeah, probably. That progress is happening. Just gonna make his eyes look black dots. Ooh, or actually, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
No fun.
Fun on my minis?
More likely than you think. But still illegal.
Not allowed to do that.
So close.
Yeah.
So close, yet no cigar.
I think that's it. Yeah. Everyone's so focused. Yeah, I'm doing like all the tiny. I'm doing like all the tiny bits right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the home stretch, so I'm like doing kind of the cleaning up.
I'm just finalizing the shape finally. It took me a while.
You made it clear that you know what the people want in your bid for control over the company yesterday. Your pirate's idea has a number of us ready to support any attempt you make at seizing control. We're saying is you support immunity. Just a side note, I kind of miss these remote hobby hang sessions. More chill / easier to follow what's going on. Yeah. I honestly think the hobby hang structure I think actually makes more sense like this than everybody in person around the table. But you know, we're going back into the office, so it's harder to run them outside of the office. With the exception being now when it's like, oh, Hamster can't come in.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm running it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But not with all the bells and whistles that the production room offers. That's what's cool about running it there.
I totally get what you mean about there being like an appeal to these kinds of streams. Okay, just do the base and then calling it on this. It's very simple, but that's fine. It's not supposed to be a special mini.
They're all special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they need to hear. Is it possible to get painting cam set up in the office, set up / rotate them during the stream? With that many people, it's hard. The more feeds we're running through the computer, and this is also, I'm trying to also upgrade the computer, the streaming computer, because it's been struggling with running multiple video feeds, more than it should be. So I'm trying to isolate where this issue that we're having is coming from. I think it's most likely either a motherboard issue, either a motherboard issue or possibly a RAM issue. I don't think. Mostly, I think it's a motherboard, but I gotta figure that out and see if I can improve it. Ideally, I would love to be able to do just like a ton of coverage. I want to be able to run like way more camera feeds than we currently are, and be able to just like really go ham with the way things are set up, because I want to do some of the coolest like live games anybody's ever produced.
Yeah.
But we need more. I miss the light games that we tried to do.
We need more horsepower. Yeah, I miss doing those too. The main thing is somebody having the time to prep and DM a game right now.
Yeah. Also, I want to like redo my character because I didn't like how I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't inspiring to me.
You were the Goblin Artificer, yeah?
Yeah.
know if I'd want to keep using the character I made either. I feel like I didn't really get a chance to do much. So I played in 2 games. Here's the
I
thing.
only played one, but I feel like for me, it's not. I don't want to redo the character, but how I don't know.
There's a game I really want to DM for the team.
I'm gonna try DMing your game really bad.
Yeah.
I guess we can try doing it soon once after the Kickstarter or something like that. Not if people are more comfortable with it, but I probably should just wait because it's very terrain based.
I think it's also largely going to depend on if we end up going back remote or not. We're kind of in this limbo right now where it's like, I feel like we're on the edge of going fully remote again, just with how bad cases are getting and all that.
Yeah, I don't mind if we do. It's just like it's better. Like I'd rather be safe.
Yeah. And you know, so far we still haven't had anybody get it, which is great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When I was like kind of getting this cold, I went and got tested out. I was like, oh man, if I'm the first one in the office to get it and the only one, man. But it was negative.
Yeah, you just have something else.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, right? We're all worried about this one thing, and it's like, oh yeah, other illnesses exist.
Yeah, like I was having a few weeks ago. I was having like trouble breathing and stuff like that. So I was like, oh shit, do I have the Rona? But no, I just apparently it's bronchitis.
Yeah.
Offices and such are opening up and things. We're still tracking around 39 new cases a day. And yeah, that's the thing. Our numbers are going back up above pre-vaccine levels here, and like, but now we're like, okay, let's open the schools and send all the kids there, and like they're wanting us to go on as if the virus isn't still there, and it's like, okay, you're wanting us to go full into it at a time when we're dealing with a more deadly strain. And I don't know, I feel like the city is on the verge of just like massive outbreaks.
Well, it was a weird combination of like, even though the Delta variant was happening, but people really wanted, or government really wanted people to get the vaccine, so they wanted felt like they wanted things to open back up, so they can say like, if you get the vaccine, you can do all of this. Well,
Yeah.
It doesn't prevent you from getting Delta variant. I mean, it reduces
It reduces the severity, and that's the thing. Is like, if we do get it, the whole office is vaxxed. We don't need to worry about anybody dying, which is great.
Yeah.
However, it can still be pretty bad, and I would really rather we don't have it happen if possible. Yeah. It is remarkable that we have managed to avoid having anybody in the office get it. Speculating if you've had it already, and a lot of people up here who definitely had it before it was a thing. That is one thing we suspected.
I remember that.
There was, like, back in February, late January of 2020, it seemed like everybody in the office got sick on, like, a rolling basis. And it was before COVID was a big thing. And so looking back at it, we've been like, did we get it then? But I don't think anybody has tested positive for having the antibodies. Mm-hmm. So it might have just been something else.
Probably was something else. It was scary at one point when it was like right then, like Mace went to England and came back and was coughing a lot, but it wasn't that. And then other people were getting sick, but.
And then Finley brings up, we especially can't get sick with the Kickstarter coming up. It's like, yeah, that's why we pulled out of Gen Con. It's a thing where it's like, if somebody gets it then and brings it back, I don't know. Any of us, with how bad it could potentially get, even if you're vaccinated, it can still take you out for a bit. Like, we can't afford that happening. And then, I mean, God, Nate's having to send his kids back to school. It's the whole thing is a mess. But this dude's done. Please focus on him. Please. Please work.
Nope.
Hello?
Don't. Hello?
It's not. None of it. It won't. Oh my god, please let you. My webcam is not wanting to focus on it.
I need a new webcam.
Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this guy. He's like a little tabaxi,
Nice.
tabaxi wizard. If it'll focus. Come on, baby.
To vaccinated.
It's not wanting to. It's just not wanting to.
Camera
Oh,
shy.
I'll put a picture in the Discord. It's fine. That's all I really got. That I mostly talked and didn't really paint much today. Ah well.
It
I've been
happens.
so tired today.
I got the basic shape of my thing done. Here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I don't know if you know what this is, but it's.
I have some guesses.
Yeah. I need to do patterns on each side and texture it. I don't know if I made it too short, but he said 1.5 inches, and just about that. Yeah, a little bit taller, but. Yeah.
I am so close.
Your pig?
Yeah, with my little lump.
Looks like a little dice bowl. Yeah.
Like less than 5 minutes.
Oh. I'm so tired.
I want
Yep,
pizza
calling that
now.
good. Calling that good. Victory laps only. Then we're done.
Looks like a brazier or sacrificial bowl of some sort. Yeah. Like I said, there's like two things I think it could be with the context of our game. Hello, cat. Hello, cat legs. Hmm.
There. Cat.
Oh, he's really just comfortable with it.
This is. Oh,
Your cats are so much smaller. My cat is big. Like I specifically noticed. I went to like I went to a spin class Chelsea was teaching at one point, and they had a studio cat, and that thing was like less than half the size of Sally. And I was like, huh, my cat is really large for a cat.
yeah, I had the first foster I had, like, I know, like, the one that was right here, Zuli, is like really small for a cat. She's 11, and she's also very skinny. But, like,
Chunk is your biggest one, right?
yeah. Chunk's not here, but yeah. But the first foster I had was like, well, Chunk was a Maine Coon. I mean, Chunk is a Maine Coon, so I don't know why I said it is. I don't have it here, but the older cat was a normal one. It was like, if he sits down, he was like double the length of Zuli, so it varied a lot.
I don't know why she got so. I mean, she was that big when I got her, but she just has like a really large body. She's very long. There's an idea for a light puck piece, a ritual sacrifice altar. That when the ritual is completed, there's an illuminated red light that spreads from the center along blood grooves, so it looks like it's blood flowing into them.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I can make the lines.
Yeah, like translucent veins.
Yeah.
It's just the question, if it's a sacrificial altar, would this be a floor piece with the altar affixed on top of it, or would this be just a very large altar that is appropriately sized for the light puck that you sit on top of?
I can imagine it being like a floor cover piece that has a centerpiece. Like, so it's like flat.
Kind of like the whole null situation.
Kind of, but more. I was thinking more like the insert for the whole null, or not the insert, the flat circle things, like the codex insert and stuff like that. But towards the middle, it goes upwards and has like a little altar. So the floor is part of the thing that can.
So it could be like a topper with the same the same footprint as the codex vault, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Have it a floor piece probably that sits in the pool with an altar you can put on top of it when needed. Otherwise, it's a ritual circle thing you can use any color on. Okay, yeah. So we would need to make a new. So basically, we would need to make a floor that has like the footprint of the, kind of like how we had the mountain special effects cutout floor. We would need something like that. That could then fit this thing on top of it.
What I think we should do is make a floor, a 4x4 floor, and that like the cutout will get very close to the edge, but we'll be able to use light puck in a 4x4 environment.
Oh yeah, because the light puck fits within a 4x4.
Yeah, it's 94 millimeters, which is 6 millimeters off from like 4x4.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah.
Look at that bear.
Bear. Yeah, they're done.
Wow, that is big.
That's a big bear.
Oh, good stunk.
It stunk.
Perfect size for this guy. All right, what's the stream week look like?
Next week? Well, Tuesday at 1 o'clock, we are going to be doing a special stream where we are going to reveal the Kickstarter that we're working on. And then the On the Anvil the following day is going to be all about the Kickstarter, because I'm sure y'all are going to have a bunch of questions. And so, 1 Eastern, yes. 1 Eastern, so 10 Pacific, 5 Greenwich Mean Time, 5 or 6, I think, because they don't do daylight savings time and we do, and I'm not sure which cycle we're in at the moment. And then I don't really know any of the ones outside of that, if I'm being real. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's, yeah. And then I'm assuming we're hobby hanging at the same time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
If you spill a bean, I won't tell Nate. Okay, great. Here's a bean for you. One of the colors I use to paint prototypes is base gray. There you go. That's what you get.
Base gray. Give us another letter from the title. Now I'm not going to give you anything else.
Awesome. Well, that'll be exciting.
Last night on the stream, they asked for a hint, and Nate was like, "Okay, the name of the Kickstarter starts with an R." And that was like all he said, and we were like, and he was like, if anybody can, he said if anybody could guess the title during the stream, we'd send them a free signed prototype.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I can give another hint. The name of the company that starts the Kickstarter starts with a D.
You can't tell them we're working with Disney.
There you go.
We're working with Disney?
All right, you heard it here first. 1 p.m.
really...
Eastern Tuesday, our collab with Disney will be announced.
Yeah.
Can we buy a vowel? All right, before we actually start spilling beans, let's shut this thing down. Thanks for hanging. This was fun. Got 2 minis done today. Love that.
Nice.
And we'll see you. Tune in Tuesday for the announcement.
Tune in Tuesday.
Say.
Bye.
Bye.